couple rhythms that, like 2 or 3 rhythms that you could learn on a percussion instrument that could apply to like every worship song. And a lot of modern worship has the, I call it the floor tom beat. If you're a drummer, you know what I'm talking about. That's one of them, but it's hard to explain because I don't think about it.
Why don't you just demo a little bit?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I guess there's the one simple beat, I'm going to call it a beat rhythm. It's like your boots and cats beat. It's just kick, snare, kick, snare. That's how I think of the kick, snare. You could apply that to almost any worship song, at least if it's in 4/4. We haven't talked about time signatures really today, but there are different time signatures where music is divided into bars and measures. I won't dive into it too much, but because you can feel a lot of it. Can you play like one of the fast ones, like "This Is Amazing Grace" or something like that?
So,
just like strum it for now. So I'm going to show you how simple you can make it, just to add a beat or rhythm to that. You could adjust it to the song. And I'm just using my right hand. And it could be just that. And now I'll add it to the left hand in between hits. And then we'll add a fill in right here. So it could be that simple. And then if you go do like a quiet verse, or like the bridge.
yeah, I'm thinking of This Amazing.
Yeah. So a lot of percussion is all dynamics, which has to do with how you hit it. So I can soften it by cupping my hand. That's just a little thing I do. Or hitting it like this. That softens the hit. Or how hard you hit it. And what I'm doing, at least when I play cajon, is I follow the worship leader in their dynamics. Playing drums, usually more sensitive than this. I'm following them. So keep building and then break into the quick chorus. Go back, do like one phrase of the bridge.
I'll speed it up a little.
So I'm matching this tempo. Now keep building it. Notice how I'm watching. And then you can keep that going. Add it on bigger choruses. More kicks. And I'm swapping the kicks. Not everyone can do that. Sometimes you can do just that. Stop for a second. So the way I play is a lot like I play guitar, where I keep the strum or the pattern consistent, and I emphasize different hits. So I play a lot of cajon like this, where it's just this the whole time, but I'm moving my hand around and emphasizing certain hits. And then you can get crazy on cajon and add little. That's fun. And that I'm using some double hits. I just naturally started doing that a long time ago. I never can stop. So that's another thing.
You never can stop all the time.
That's a big thing that I always struggle with is overplaying.
You don't say.
I have to force myself to simplify all the time because I'll do that the whole time if I could because it's just fun. But in worship music, and especially the bigger your band is, the more people you have to simplify. We already kind of mentioned that. So like that simple beat, that will oftentimes fit much better in a worship set. And so that was one example of a rhythm. That was like a 4/4 song. What's a
6/8 song?
No, what's a 4 on the floor song?
Oh, well, we did it.
No, the chunkier one.
Blessed be the name.
Yeah. We already did that one. So this song would be like this the whole time. And I probably wouldn't break away from this beat until like the last chorus. This is like a pre-chorus. I don't know where we're at.
Oh, yeah.
So here's going to the chorus. That's what you're bringing on. So it's like, that would be a 4 on the floor song where you're keeping the kick. So that's something,
Every measure.
yeah, every measure, and then you could break away and add the snare later. These are just, this is how I play. Now do Build My Life. Because that's the floor tone.
Sing it. Just sit next to me and sing it. Oh, you like watching me suffer? I don't usually lead Build My Life. This is not.
Like a deer in the headlight. It's just,
What key do we do it in?
I do it in C.
Okay, she does it in C. I'm just going to take this up and do it in D.
So if you learn this beat right here, just strum it for now. So much of modern worship is that.
Jesus. Jesus.
And if you want to spice up your snare hits, do a double hit. And I'm keeping it consistent. I'm not changing the rhythm at all. That's trying to keep it consistent. Now I changed it for the chorus. Yeah. So that's the one rhythm that I'm using 90% of the time for worship songs, unless it's like a fast one, like This Is Amazing Grace or Made Alive, stuff like that, where it's just a fast rhythm.
Yeah.
I'm using that one. And if you notice, I was looking at his strumming the entire time. That's my main, especially when you can't hear very well, which sometimes you can't, like if your monitors are off or you're doing acoustic stuff. I'm always looking at the guitar player and I'm watching.
Do you play percussion primarily?
I play drums.
Okay, so I saw him tapping like everything we did. He's over there going to town. Even if you're a singer, you should learn to be a tapper. And just when you're in the car, tap on the steering wheel, because timing for vocals is super important. Just watched the youth band a couple of weeks ago, full band, and the singer came in 1 beat late off of multi-tracks and sang it 1 beat late the whole time. And the worst thing, he didn't even know he did it. So he had his in-ears balanced wrong that didn't even know he was off the click wrong. So now what does the band do? The band's hearing it all. Oh, it was like, I'm running sound for him, sweating, going, how can I help? And there's nothing you can do. So as a singer, knowing timing is super good. Tap on your steering wheel while you drive. Bang on things. You know, it's just.
Our dad tries to get us to stop because we do that too much.
Oh, that's great. Keep doing it. Tell him it's okay.
Wait. You always tell me to stop.
Well, I mean, you're over the top. So, yeah.
Brenden, quick question for you. You might have gotten into it. I was in and out for a second. Beyond just feeling it, do you have any protocol for how you balance or determine when you're hitting low versus high? Right? Like, are you
Like
Are you
versus
just-
slap? Or
yeah? So like, are you generally hitting your high on like 2s and 4s as you're counting it, 1s and 3s? Like, what kind of process do you go through in determining that beyond just
See, this is the problem because I don't think like that,
okay?
which I should, because that's
I'm not a
Yeah.
drummer, which is why I can.
yeah. So technically, it's. I mean, other drummers probably tell you, but I play 100% by feel.
Okay.
But if you want to get technical, if you're doing like a 4/4 song, it's always the 2s and 4s that your snares are on, usually,
Yeah.
and then the 1s and 3s that your kicks are on, unless you go halftime.
Unless you know gospel.
Yeah. And then you're going. Yeah.
So more feeling it than anything else.
Yeah, that's just me though.
No,
And-
I got you. I just was curious.
yeah.
But with the feeling comes practicing it
Yeah.
often. And do you guys listen to the originals a lot?
So when I'm playing a full drum kit, that's more. Whenever I play a full drum kit, which I do sometimes, I will always play the original songs beforehand if I can, at least twice through each song. I'm at the point where I could figure it out without, but I like to practice the song beforehand. I'll look up, like Dad was mentioning, YouTube tutorials on guys who do it, and I'll try to find the original guy if I can, and figure out their beats or whatever it is, their fills. Sometimes you can't get it perfect, which is fine.
Because a lot of times these songs are arranged already, and the
Yeah.
drummer has thought through creative patterns that is not boom, jack, boom, boom, jack. It's not the same. So they have creative little nuances that were designed for that song. And if you can incorporate those things, now the song is more relatable to the original. Not to say that we're stuck on staying at the original, but someone who's really smart thought that through and did it for a reason. And it's good to try to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
So,
And a little unrelated, but with the dynamics of the song and when to come in, when to play, and when to not, I guess there's two different ways of going about it. If you're playing with the full band, you're playing the original, the dynamics are already set, and the drummer will lead that a lot, the bigness of a song. If you're doing a breakdown like we're doing right now, where it's acoustic, and it's not like the original, because it's acoustic, I will follow whoever the official leader is in the dynamics. So right now, you would be the leader leading the song.
and so when we did that, whatever we were just doing, it was, he heard me build, because,
Yeah.
And you can get cues.
Yeah.
You know the looks.
Yeah.
Where they've exaggerated, you know, and he knows
Yeah.
what that means, so.
yeah.
Yeah, and that comes with the skill of unspoken communication with your band, where the worship leader, they might give you or Jairus back at my church, if you know him, he'll be leading, and if you're on drums, he'll do this kick, and that'll let you know to switch it up, depending on the context. But that's his thing, is he does a back kick.
I've never noticed that.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. It's official too. He'll say, "Watch for the kick."
Oh, that's so
So that comes with knowing your band,
Yes.
and that is with how much you practice with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the balance of practicing well enough to where you know what's going to happen anyways.
Mhm.
And if something off the books is going to happen, like you're going to do an extra chorus or bridge big that you didn't plan for, that's where a lot of practice beforehand, just knowing your band
Yeah.
and being able to see everyone is kind of key. Visual is big.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a drummer, you have to be able to see your worship leader and what they're doing. If you can't see, then
Yeah.
you can only get so much through the sound. So, yeah.
That's a good word.
Um,
Any questions on any percussion kind of things?
So like, when you drum, how do you mentally like separate what you're doing with your feet from what you're doing with your
Now we're getting to the technicalities of drumming, which we could spend all day talking about. Lots and lots of practice. I think drums take more practice than any other instrument.
With
Hours
a
of playing
with a
every day.
metronome. And the click track in your face.
Yeah, and I still don't have great separation with both my feet. I could do these 3 limbs just fine, but as soon as I added my hi-hat foot, I get lost. I'm getting better because I'm focusing on it, but I can't separate all 4 limbs yet. I'm still on mostly 3. So.
But like anything, like on that practice sheet, you take that section, you slow it way down.
Yeah.
You're doing it until you get the kinetic memory going.
Yeah.
And then you increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm practicing, if there's like in that praise song, the new praise song, there's a
Praise, praise, that one?
No.
Let everything.
that breath. Yeah.
That one.
There's a fill. Yeah, there you go. There's a drum fill that I really liked that I wanted to copy exactly, and I practiced it super slow for like an hour until I could do it without thinking. So that's that. Slow practice makes it perfect.